Hello and thanks for joining me today. This is Zoe from makeitcrafty.com and today I will be colouring Witchy Concoctions. In this video I'll be showing you how I reflect a glowing light onto the objects around the light source. It is a bit long-winded so you may wish to skip parts, but I thought rather than cut them out, I'd let you control what you wish to view. I highly recommend printing her out and following along with me so you can experiment too. I hope you find this video enjoyable, and if you have any questions just leave a comment below. Let's get started. So this is what I'm going to show you to do, and we're going to go step by step and I'm going to show you how I did that. So what I started with was Y11, and I just quickly thought, okay, yep, that's the color I'm going to put into here. So I've just gone straight over like so. And then I'm also going to mix that up with YG11. Just bring that in around the edges, and just to really give it that gooey look, I'm going to add in some YG03 as well, just on the edge, like so. Okay, now that's the goo done. Now getting the glow onto her face, what I actually did was, you want to try and work out what areas of it would be under the highlight, and so what areas are going to be not in a shadow or not in the shade, because the parts that are going to be in the shade, they're going to be the skin color, and the parts that would be a highlight, that would be having the glowing goo reflected onto her, they're going to be the things that sort of stick out, that are, you know, that. Anyway, you'll see what I'm doing. So clearly her nose is going to be gooed or glowing. Alright, so I'm just going to add a little bit there. I'm not going to go overboard, just enough for me to go, yep, that's where I'm putting the glow. And then I also think that this cheekbone that she's got here, I think that's going to have a bit of a glow on it. And I think just her chin here would be glowing. And also her little upper lip there maybe. And how about a little bit on here? And then her edge of her ear here. So, and then on her hand, I think would have a bit of a glow, and the same with her hand that's closer. And so that's how I started. I thought, all right, well, let's start with her face. So I've just got put those, that was Y11. Haven't done anything else except just very lightly. You shouldn't be able to see much. Well, that's from the cauldron, but there's no yellow coming through on her face area, just very light. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my skin colors, and I've got EO1, and I'm going to start putting that into the dark areas. And of course it's going to be dark on top of her nose. So bring that down. Went over her hair there, but oh well. It's going to be dark on top of her hand there. Okay, now I'm going to come in with E13, and I'm just going to put that into some of the darker areas. So I'm actually imagining that the cauldron and the fire is the only thing lighting this room. Just put it over there. A little bit of depth in that, so okay, now I'm going to just blend that out with my E11. And then I'm going to come back with my E01. Okay, now I'm just going to turn it around so that's easier for me, because I want to flick that Y11 into my skin color. So I'm going to be pushing some of that skin color back because it's such a vibrant light color. And I'm also going to get that vibrancy over the highlight that I've already put down because it's still white underneath. So you sort of get this blend between the highlight and the skin, as well as, because you've got white paper directly under the highlight, that will be the brightest. And just so that it has a bit more of a greenish look in some parts, I'm just going to put a little bit of green like so. And then just blend that with the yellow like that. Okay, whoops, didn't do her fingers over here. Alright, now it doesn't look that good yet, but once you've got the hat happening and everything like that, it's going to look much better. Okay, so next we'll do the hat so that you can see it all come together. And I imagine that this goo is going to be lighting up all of this area here, but then her ear and her shoulder and everything is going to be hiding it at the back. So we're going to have the purple at the back here and then blending into this yellow, and we'll have a little bit of purple along the edges to show that it is a purple hat. So just to make sure that I don't go over the white area, I'm just going to add some of that glow in. And then I can start working towards that glow. Okay. So that was the Y11. All right, so the purples that I am using are BV02, BV04, and BV08. I'm going to start with my BV04 and start adding the colour at the back here. And I'm going to leave the rim here for the moment. And I'm just going to bring it around here just a touch. I'm also going to put a little bit under the head here. Then I'm going to bring a little bit around the front. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my BV08 and I'm just going to add some more shadow. Just around these areas and a little bit just under here. And then, yeah, I feel like that is a bit of a bump. Okay, alright. Now I'm going to come in with my BV02 and I'm just going to take a little bit into that highlight. Going to turn that. Like so. I'm just going to, actually I'm going to use that the light colour and just bring in that around the rim here. Okay, now we're going to come in with the Y11. I want to start moving some of this purple, so I'm going to flick that into the purple and begin to get that blend between the two, so you sort of like get this glowing effect. Okay, now I just want to use a bit of YG11 into here and bringing that in the edge here. Okay, I feel like I'm not quite happy with that, so I'm going to use some BV04 just to bring that a little bit closer. That looks a bit better. Get some depth there. And now I can use my Y11 to push that purple again. You sort of get that glowing look around where the two colours meet. Because of the reaction that the two colours have with each other. See, I think that's looking a bit better. Okay, now I'm going to add the yellow to the rim of the hat here. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. Alright. Okay, so next I'm going to just do the section here between or around her hat, and I'm doing that with BG49. Just going to add that a little bit of depth, and then I've got BG45. Like so, and then BG02. Okay, so now continuing with the purple, I'm going to start with BV08 and just put that in here. And I'm leaving a space between here because I'm going to have that glowing yellow. Okay, and I'm just going to come in with my BV04. Then I'm just going to come in with BV02. And then for this part, I'm going to do the Y11. And then I'm just going to go up to the edge of that with my BVO2, just so that it doesn't stand out too much and looks like it's shining the purple. There we go. Okay, now next I'm going to add some glow to her hair. I'm just gonna add it a little bit there. Like so. And then I'm gonna come in with my warm greys. I've got W7. She hasn't got much hair, so I should have probably just come in with Y again. W9. Okay, start with that. Come in with W9, just add some extra depth before I go back over it. There we go. Okay. And W7 again. Just bring that down. Like so. Okay, and now I've got W5 for these little areas at the top here, and come back with the Y11. You watch, it'll push that grey and give it a glowing sort of look. Okay, that's looking good. I just missed that little area, a little bit of hair here. There we go. Okay. All right. So that is that. That is that. Let's do her outfit now. This one, I'm going to start with my purples, and I'm just going to start with B04, and I'm going to bring it towards the front. I've got some shadow here, so I'm imagining that the cauldron's going to be blocking off the glow, sort of like here. So I don't want to come any lower than that. So this is all going to be darkish, but you've got the fire, of course, so it won't be too dark. So your main dark side is going to be behind her. So I'm going to start with the BV04 and just bring that down here. I'm leaving that gap there so that I've got I can put like a rim light there between her shoulder and her hat so it doesn't all blend together. I'm just gonna bring that down, and then the same with her arm in here. Okay. And we'll just imagine that her hair is blocking some as well. Then it's going to be dark on top there, and dark down the side there. Okay, we'll start with that. I'm going to come in with the BV08. And just deepen some of those shadows. I'm going to come back with my BVO4 and extend some of that. I'm going to come in with my BVO2. I'm just going to go around this rim light to begin with. Just a little bit there and a little bit there. And her arm here as well. Right, now I think that the yellow is going to sort of be in this area. It's going to hit her arm here, maybe a little bit of a glow up here. So I'm just going to maybe fill that in a little bit more. And then maybe a bit of a glow there, just a very small amount. But yeah, it's mainly going to sort of come across here, I think. So I'm going to just bring that up a little bit. And we'll start putting some yellow in and sort of blend it in, I think. I'm just going to put it in the middle here. And then flick it towards the edge here. And same as her arm. And then a little bit up the side. I think we need to put a little bit of yellow just on the edge there. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so I want to just bring a little bit of purple into it here. A little bit more purple here. I feel like I want to just separate the arm a little bit, so I'm just gonna have it that her dress isn't quite as glowing as much as her arm. I'm gonna do it more like that, and then use the yellow to spread it out a bit. So I get like a yellow undertone, purple undertone, but not so vibrant as that yellow there. Now I'm going to just blend that into the purple here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not entirely happy with how that's looking though. So I'm going to just add a little bit more purple to her arm there. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. And then back again with the yellow. Yeah, it's alright. It's not too bad. Alright. Let's get our other sleeve just under here. I've got BVO4 and I'm just going under here. Like that. There's a top under here too. Then I'm going to just put the yellow on top. Blend that a little bit with BVO4. Just so it's just on the rim there. Alright. That looks good. Okay, let's do the fire. What I'm using for the fire is Y15. I'm just going to do the tops in yellow. I wasn't actually sure how to colour the wood. hopefully it looks all right. I have fires all the time, but it's usually pitch black, so I'm not sure what colour the wood is when it's, other than, you know, like the red ember sort of look that you get. Or I've got YR04, so yeah, I don't know, just make it look like a fire, hey? I think that was meant to be goo, but oh well. And then I've got YR07, and just sort of that's what I've sort of just started with. Just coming back with what have I got? Y15 to blend the fire, the flames. Alright. I'm just going to colour the wood with some E30s, and then try and blend it all together with the orange. So I've got E33. I'm not doing anything fancy with the wood, just colouring it brown. Because our fancy stuff is the glow. No one's going to be looking at the wood. Well, that's what I figure anyway. E35, just for some depth. So it doesn't look flat. And then just blend it all together with E31. Like so. Real quick, easy. Done, done, done. Okay, so now I'm going to go back with like YR04 and sort of just blend this fire into the wood. Sort of a make it glow something effect. Something. I don't know. I've got a YR07 here, just to add some depth around the logs. There we go. And then just Y15 again, just to bring it all together, like so. Alright, now that we will be able to ignore that at the end, because now it's going to be cool. We're going to do the glowing on the cauldron there. So what I did exactly the same as what I did with her. I thought, okay, well, which areas are going to be sticking out and reflect the flames? And I'm going to use my Y11 again. And so I guess that the tap here, all the front of the tap and the underside and around here would be glowing. This would be sort of glowing over here. And then I thought the rim of this would be glowing. I thought this round thing would glow. These bolts, or the, what are they called? Hinges, those things, yep. Figured that'd be glowing. Around there, I thought the rim would be glowing, and that's a pretty good start. And of course all the bottom here would be glowing, but we'll do that in a minute. I'm going to start at the top and bring my dark colour down towards the bottom. So I'm using the cool greys so I can get that real black look, and I'm going to just start with my C7. I'm going to start in the dark areas here. And I'm not worrying about the rivets or anything, I'm just colouring. So I want all of this to be dark, so I'm just going to go straight in. You'll see the illustrator's left that rim there, so if you just follow his shadows and leave that rim, we're going to make that glow the yellow as well. So I don't want to come too far down, so I'm going to take the yellow back into there. But I do want to make sure that I've got a little bit of grey under here, just to help separate that door from the base. Okay, so now I'm going to add some shading in under here. We want to show that this is going in the same as here, and then there's going to be some shading on this side as well. Okay, and then just going to start with that. I'm going to come in with C10. I'm going to take that a little bit darker. Okay, and I'll come back with my C7. Just get in there. That's looking better. Okay, I also want to start adding some grey in here around this door. Bring that down. You don't have to get this perfect. I really don't know what I'm doing. It's just all a bit of guesswork, and yeah, it's a bit of fun. Try something different. Okay, I'll come in with my C5 now. Help make sure we get some of that shape happening, the roundness. You've got to be careful not to lose the shape. Okay. I'm just sort of doing a lighter part of grey so they've got something to start flicking the yellow into, and it will move that grey back as it blends because it's a much lighter colour. And just need to do the tops of these as well. All these instruments. Okay, oops, got this door thing. Don't know what that is. Okay. C7, just to add some depth in here. Typically, you can often just follow the illustrator's markings to get your shadows, but we are doing a bit of a glow, so it's a little bit different, but doesn't matter too much. Doesn't matter. All right. Now, let's get the yellow started. I'm just going to turn it around this way. I'm going to start flicking it into that grey. Start getting that glowing look. Like so. And I want to use a bit more grey on the door here. And then use the yellow to push that back. Same as up here. And I want to use the grey actually. Don't want that to be so vibrant there, so I want it just to be very thin glow, just so it's catching the rim of it. A bit more here. And then just use the yellow again to push that grey edge. So like melt it in a sense, melting the grey. Okay, do the tap. Yep. Now I want to add some orange under here as well. So I'm just going to come in with my YR04 and add some orange. And I'm going to blend that out with the Y15 yellow. Like so. Sounds like it's a bit dry. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. I feel like it's not quite dark enough, so I'm just going to come in with my C7 and darken up some of these areas here. So it helps to make the glow look even brighter. So just blending that with the C5. Coming with C10 here and just fill in that hole there. Just a bit better. just add some C10 to some of these to give them more depth. And then I'm going to go straight to C5 to blend that because it's just such a small area. And I'm really just helping the ink move. I'm not really doing any major blending of sorts. So just by dabbing it helps the ink to sort of move and help to make those edges not so defined. Okay. Just need to do that white bit there. Alright, that's okay, it's not too bad. Now let's just do the rim. Oh well, we've got the rim here, so we'll do, got C3. I'm just going to do C3 at the top here because that would be hidden by the door. And then I'm going to do yellow on this last bit here. So put the glow around there. Yep. That's not too bad. Okay. So yeah, let's do the top here. Now I'm going to do grey in all of this centre part. Just a little bit of grey in here. Because if I can help it, I don't want it to lose too much of its colour. So C7, I'm just going to deepen some of these, this centre part. The reason I'm doing the centre is because I'm going to have a glow on the top and a glow on the bottom. So just do that like so. This can be on top. Okay, bring that around there. Okay, now I'm going to use my yellow across the bottom and across the top. Like that. I'm going to put a little bit of orange here. Mix that with the Y11. And you know that, I like that, so I'm going to put a little bit of orange in some other spots as well, just to show that it's coming from the fire. And we'll blend that out with the yellow. Cool. And a bit of green. So a little bit of YG03. We're going to put a little bit of green on the rim here. And that should do. Now, what have we got left? We've got the stool and her little boot there. I'm just going to quickly colour in her boot with the same colour as the feature on her hat. So what have we got? BG49. Nothing too fancy. BG45. Just blend that out. And then BG02. Okay, and the frills, I'm just going to do one colour. Do that with BV04. Now with the stool, I'm going to have parts of it glowing as well. I'm going to use the same browns as we used for the wood. So I've got E33 I'm just going to sort of go down the middle here. I'm not worried about the nails or anything. Okay, and then I'm just going to come in with my E35 and make some of these parts a little bit darker. That'll do. And then I'm going to come in with my Y11 and just colour over these highlights. And then I'm just going to use E31 for any areas that I think probably didn't need to be yellow. Yeah, I reckon that's not too bad. What about a spoon? We'll just quickly colour in a spoon and a stick. And it looks like these are some bubbles, so I'll just use YGO3 and Y11. Put a little bit of Y11 on a spoon too. There we go. And a little bit of shading here. Do it with C3. Ta-da! Oh, she's got her tongue poking out. I'll just colour that with V11. There we are. I'll just make that inside of her mouth a bit darker with W5. There we go. There we go. There she is, all glowing from her goo that she's creating. Well, it's been fun to colour her up, and if you made it to the end, well done. I do hope you enjoyed the glowing technique, and if you didn't colour along with me, I hope you'll try it out soon. You could also use this technique for your Christmas characters, especially if they are holding a lantern or there is a street light. Just remember to reflect the colour that your light source is to bring it all together. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you'll join me in a future video. Bye for now.